I'll get this together. Typically, like it's $150 to install toilet.
Okay.
And then my hourly rate is $85 an hour.
Okay.
So then to plumb the other two, probably 2 hours.
I woke up this morning, I didn't give a fuck. Took the first sip of my coffee, and I knew I still didn't give a fuck. It's a beautiful morning, and guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, so I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you will never find out. I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Oh, goddamn. I was trying to shut the music off. What's happening, people? We got a big show tonight. I'll have to address the elephant in the room off the top of the, let's just get right into that. Now, here's the deal. Obviously, I've been exposing Dolly Vision pretty good on this channel. Real fast, I'm wearing my, one of the favorite merch shirts that I plan on making. It says, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Now, here's the thing. I have been getting overload information on Dolly Vision. Now, through all this information, it is a fact that one of the ex-girlfriends sent me, right, a picture of the package, right? I saw the sausage. Very unimpressed. Extremely unimpressed. Micro penis. Now, like, I would never post it because I can get like in trouble for that kind of. But let me tell you what happened. So somebody did send it to me. Now, somebody in the last 2 days hacked my Twitter. Gosh darn it. They hacked my Twitter. And what did they do? They got into my Twitter and they posted his micro penis all over Twitter. So I'm like fighting. Like, I'm the victim here. I'm the victim. So literally somebody hacked my Twitter, right? And they started posting his micro penis everywhere. Like, I would never do that. I'm not gonna make a live. Like, what do you people think? I could just keep a straight face, like I do parodies and stuff, and I'm not gonna crack. Like, I'm not gonna ever admit if I were to do something like that. Well, here's the thing, right? So the thing is, like, with the whole like revenge porn stuff, right? And again, I didn't do this. I was definitely hacked. I'm the victim. I mean, it was so small, but I'm the victim. Okay, I was hacked. Now, with the revenge porn stuff, the thing about that is, well, first off, I never dated the dude. Second off, I was hacked. Third off, you have to claim, like, somebody would have to say, hey, that's my wiener. Yep, that's mine. That is my wiener. I own that. That's mine. And then there's a whole process behind that. But if there's none of that going on, it's nothing. But the thing is, I was hacked anyhow. So I didn't post the wiener. Somebody broke into my Twitter and posted it several times. Now, I was getting texts and stuff, and I deleted it. And I got a hold of the situation. But I can't believe it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, moving along. And it was so small, too, people. I mean, it was, oh my, you follow me on Twitter. You never know what pops off over there. Now, so that's all I'm going to say about that. However, and for the people who don't follow me on Twitter or don't know what the hell I'm talking about, all I'm saying is I was hacked. That's all I'm saying. Now, here's what happened, right? People have got, I'm telling you, it's been a big thing on Twitter. People, look, wait, hold on. Wrong receipt. Wrong receipt. I got a lot of receipts as usual tonight. Now, look at this. Last night, the dude was looking like a sick puppy because, oh, I didn't send it. Do it right now. Looking like a sick puppy because apparently people were telling him about his package. And I have a story to tell you. There's another victim that's been silenced and all this stuff. I'm going to get into all of it. I always bring receipts, people. You already know how I do it. But let me just show you this because I thought this is kind of comical, right? So here's this. We have. So last night in the Dolly Vision chat, there was a lot of talk about this Wienergate. Amanda from Dolly's chat says, Dolly, most people saw your micro penis by accident thanks to a creator. My condolences to BJ on that note. Oh my. Now the thing is, I was hacked, but he then goes into a lie, and we have to debunk all these lies. And if you support Dolly, I know there's a lot of Bush people when I do these lives, and I'm specifically talking to you, right?
Here's the thing.
Shout out to my homegirl Shay B on Twitter.
Respect for myself.
Follow the Volt. Follow at Shay B on Twitter. Always coming through with the goods.
All right.
Catches this.
Maybe some of y'all people need to have respect for yourself.
So now, in getting questioned about the micro penis, right? The alleged micro penis from my hacked Twitter, when questioned on his chat about this is what is said.
Here's the thing. I have respect for myself. All right. Maybe some of y'all people need to have respect for yourself. Not in the chat, but some of these people that are running around believing anything.
Okay. The problem with that is we have then, if you didn't catch my trailer to this of said Dolly Vision, because he has such respect for himself. Well, here's him in court documentation porking BHB, aka
sexual intercourse with someone going by the name of Dolly Vision. Does he have a YouTube account?
He does.
What is it called?
One of them is Jam TV. One of them is Dolly Vision. I think he may even have Dolly Vision 2.0. I don't remember all the channels he has, but he has multiple channels.
Have you been like a guest contributor to his channel?
Yes, I used to be on quite regularly there for a while.
When did you first meet him in person?
I want to say it was like the end of 2021, beginning of 2022. But the first time, I can't be specific. That's probably around as close as I'm going to be able to get.
Did you ever overnight camp or otherwise sleep in a car with him?
We've done both. I've camped with him out in North Carolina. I was forced to sleep in a car in Oregon.
And when were you forced to sleep in a car with him in Oregon?
That was September. I don't remember if you give me just a moment, I can probably work out the specific date. I believe it was, as a matter of fact, I think it was on my birthday, which is pretty hideous because we were out there every year. I searched for somebody part of my birthday. So
Border qualification?
Yes, I believe so. So yes, I've gone camping. I've slept in a car with him in, I guess it would be considered Oregon in Idaho because of the line. So,
Not concerned about where. I just mean,
okay. And then Tennessee. I saw, we had an event in Tennessee.
okay, did you sleep in a car with him there?
No.
Okay, did you ever hug him?
Yep.
Did you ever kiss him?
Yep.
Have you ever been in a romantic relationship with him?
Yep.
Have you ever engaged in non-physical sexual activities with him, i.e. saucy texting of what that sort?
I'm not really into the saucy texting.
Okay, have you engaged in physical sexual contact with him?
In North Carolina, yeah.
Okay, have you ever had sexual intercourse with Dolly Vision?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clear on this.
Court documentation, people. Court documentation. Court documentation. Now, that's just going off and debunking his self-respect lies. We've covered me being hacked. We've covered the micropenis, right? The more important part of this live is going to be to the people in the bushes. If Dolly Vision doesn't respect his old lady, his wife, if he's not loyal to her, if he's not truthful to her, if he'll do her any which way, well, then you're meaningless to him. This is a topic that I love to talk about because there's no subscribers and none of my mods that will ever come out of nowhere claiming I did some shenanigans with them, fooled around, because I respect my wife. I take this ring and my marriage and my vows very serious. There's no infidelity. I don't play that because I used to be the scumbag that Dolly tries to be nowadays when he has this big-headed ego off the little bit of clout and fame that he has gotten on the internet. He's doing what I was doing in my 20s. It's all fun and games, playing women and all that until it gets done to you. But I don't play that. Noelle doesn't play that. I respect my wife. I love my wife. Can't say the same for Dolly, and that's what this live is about. And I actually was on a panel last night. White Boy doesn't go on too many panels. You don't really see me as a guest, panelist. I was summoned. People wanted to know about Dolly Vision, so I was invited on the YouTube Streets podcast last night, and I talked about Dolly Vision. Sure did. I'll upload the clip when I have some time. And I think I'm going to stay on this series for a long time because I've covered Gina Diamond, trans individual who Dolly had flirtatious DMs with, a lot of flirting with. I've covered Sierra, who I had on my last live, who is very important in this whole expose. Sierra is very important because she's a person who is straightforward, a person who is blunt, and a person who really doesn't care about anybody, if anybody wants to judge her or not. Now, what I will never have on my community is anybody dissing her truth, right? Sierra is so important because with no Sierra, you don't really, she helps the situation so much. Tonight, you're going to learn of another victim, just like Sierra. Just like what's her name? Man, I forget her name. Noelle. What's her name that wouldn't come on the show? Not Gina. Just like Avery, just like Gina. All these women who try to speak out are always psychotic. They're always crazy. They're always delusional. It's amazing. It's amazing that we just heard court documents. It's amazing he doesn't say that Bullhorn Betty's crazy and delusional and psychotic. Why? Well, that's very obvious. Because she has a bullhorn. Because she's loud. Because she will push back. Say what you want about Betty. She's just not gonna let there and she's just not gonna take it from that dude. She knows how to yell and be annoying, and she has an audience. But these other people who don't have an audience on YouTube are treated like less than. And what I found disturbing about tonight's story is These idiot turtles, they attacked this woman, and she has truth. There's a lot of truth that you're going to learn Dolly's age, and you're going to learn that PJ knew that Dolly was porking around on her and still was with this dude. It's weird. You know what I would never do? Like, try to wife up. Like, if I was, and again, in my 20s, man, I used to rip up the streets and I used to be that player. That shit gets old. Once it gets done to you, you turn your player card in, because you know how it hurts. You know, why am I doing these women like this? This shit really hurts, right? But you know, it's got to get done to you, right? But you know, as you get older, you know, only a moron would be like, oh yeah, I think I'll wife you up. You've already, you know, I know you to be a cheater. I think I'll just wife you up. But like, how dumb is that? But we're going to learn a lot of stuff about the relationship thing with Dolly Vision. And the point to this is, it's very simple. If you cannot be real to your woman, somebody you claim that you love, who could you be real with? You can't trust nobody who shits on their other half. You can't. And this turtle-like cult attacked this woman. She was meant to be crazy. She was meant to be psychotic. She was meant to be delusional. There's a pattern here, people. There's a pattern. I said in the beginning of this year, 2026, way different. Leave white boy alone over here. We all know these channels watch me and they don't want no problems. But what you don't do is don't push any issue with old white boy. Just leave me alone over here. Pretend you don't see it and ignore it like the rest of you all do. But I won't have anybody else call me racist, because if that happens, I'm going to have guests on. I'm going to have guests on, right? Of different. I'm going to have guests. I'm going to have a brown guest. I'm going to have a black guest. And we are going to laugh about these claims. And we're all going to laugh and review you on panel. If you call me homophobic, I'm going to have my gay friends that were at my wedding laugh and clown you on panel. And if you fake copyright strike me, you don't know. Somebody might hack my Twitter and your cock will be all over the internet. Leave white boy alone. And for you turtle people, I keep telling you, no one is going to get in the way of this awareness campaign. And every comment that you leave defending this behavior that I'm laying out with receipts is 5 more videos. So just eat it. Eat it. Okay, we're going to comments real fast before we destroy this stuff right here. And I tell you who we have. If you're new here, smash a like. I was hi. What's up, Miss Upper Thigh? 64 months, wifey coming in strong. Holy shit, that's a lot of time, people. Holy shit. My better half. I love my wife. Would never try her for the internet. Would never do no shit like that. You can take that, clip that, take it to the bank, because I'll never eat that. No, sir. No, sir. That was a big conversation me and Noelle had when we got together. Noelle used to be player too. Wow. Right? We both have been around the block, to say the least. Right? And people were betting against us when we got together. People were betting against us. Like, this shit will never work. And here we are, almost a decade later, have a house together, have not only bettered our lives together, we've seen the same people pointing the fingers at us, hating on us, divorced, and all this other stuff, right? And divorce happens, not saying that's bad, right? But it's, and I got to be honest, I didn't even know how me and Noelle were going to work. But we literally had the conversation like, listen, man, I'm not going through no cheating shit again. Like, we're not doing this. We went through the social media phase. Hey, look, man, has this dude seen your tits? Delete them. Okay, has she seen your? Yeah, delete her. Okay, we literally did that. We literally have both been through this, so we knew what not to get into, right? But just want to say that salute to my wife, man, my queen, my queen. But yeah, you're going to learn a lot tonight about Dolly. Now, who I will be talking about today, I did promise you guys that I'd have a guest on. Now, just like Avery, and just like Gina, I almost got Paper Cut Tina to come on. Come on, internet, with this bullshit. Oh, hold on. Come on, man. What is this bullshit? Oh, there it is. There we go. Sorry, guys. So, and I'll explain it in detail. Hello, ma'am. I'd love to hear your story about Dolly Vision. I've had tons of people mention your name in my comments. Is it okay to put my email below? Now, what came behind that was her responding to my email, and she reached out to Sierra. Is Sierra in the chat, guys? Sierra, please stick around. I'm gonna need you to hop on if you don't mind, right? And I was in correspondence with Tina, and she was like, look, she said, hey, look, I'm gonna give you some stuff that you can use, but I just don't want to talk about him. I want to put it behind us. And that's frustrating me because I'm getting a lot of women that keep saying this. Women that have came on my panel before and have outed it. Some of them are saying that what he does when these women go public, they do not want to deal with. Okay. And some are just have been tortured by these turtle gang people that they don't want to come up. That is why Sierra is so important in all of this infidelity, love, ridiculousness going on over there on that Turtle Island, right? And it's very important that she is a part of this. You're going to hear Sierra mentioned a lot in all the clips that we play. So it's very important that she's in chat. What's up, Avery? Because he goes after our kids. Avery, I'm glad that you're in chat. Tonight, I'm going to have to tell a story with receipts. But what I don't like to do, right? Tina, if you're watching this, I invited you on here because I want your voice to be heard. I won't let nobody talk shit about Sierra in my chat. No comments that are negative. They will be deleted. There is no turtles ganging up on you over here. They will get roasted. They will get deleted. You will have your voice over here. I will protect it. I can only offer you so much. I hate, you can give me the videos. I can go through them. I can have the timestamps. I can show the receipts. But I don't like telling another person's story because I may get something wrong. Or I may speak on something that's not correct. And you leave it up for me in my chat to figure it out. And we will. But I just don't know if we're going to tell it the way that you may want us to. So that's why I was really trying to push you to come on and have, and I did reach out to Sierra to try to help me with this, but it's okay. I understand. I respect boundaries and I get it. Okay. I just want to put that out there though. Okay. So Avery, think about coming up just for a moment at the end. You have to put your camera on and other stuff, right? So guys, we have, there you go. Yeah. Tell her. This lady Paper Cut Tina, I'm thinking back and I remember it's weird because I think about the name. And for some odd reason, I never spoke with her. And I remember her being like called like some weirdo lady. Now, it wasn't my opinion. That was just like the norm on YouTube about her character, her personality, And I see what happened here. and I can definitely recognize the pattern. So I want to get right into it because we have a lot to cover. Okay. So she sent me now with the communication I had with her. She was telling me a lot of her story in comments and whatnot. And there's one more I want to show you before we get started. This would be I have a problem with, like, I don't know if I'm, I don't. One thing I have to say is, like, I don't know how the women eat this guy up. I don't honestly understand really what they're seeing here. Here's Dolly with some moobs, man boobs. But like being that I was hacked and all, I saw the micro penis and I don't understand but I'm not a woman though, right? I'm not a woman, right?
What's that bump on the tip?
It's just, it was weird. It was like a little like a stub with like a wart on the end of it. It was so small, like a magnifying glass. It was micro. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what's the big deal? But I learned a lot listening to Tina, a story that I haven't heard, a story that we will get into tonight and learn together. So without further delay, I have my timestamps ready, and we're going to get into Mrs. Paper Cut Tina, survivor of Dolly Vision. And before we get started, you might ask, well, what does this have anything to do with true crime and this and that? Well, this stream here has nothing to do with true crime. This is what this is to educate yourself of who you're supporting. That looks big enough. Let me hit the comments real fast before I do it. What's up, Shelby? Yeah, like I said, let's do something real fast. Okay, chat. One in the chat if you think Dolly is 30 to 40 years old. One. Press 2 in the chat if you think Dolly is 40 to 50 years old. Press 3 in the chat if you think Dolly is older than everything I mentioned. 1, 30 to 40. 2, 40 to 50. 3, older than 50. What do we got? What do we got? I just want to read the consensus. Oh, man, off the top. We got some 2s. I'm seeing some 3s. I'm seeing some 3s. I'm seeing some 3s. Ladies and gentlemen, you are everybody who is putting the 3s in the chat more than likely are people who've been in this community for a minute. They know this stuff. And they are absolutely 1000% correct. He is older than 50. This guy is a complete fraud. Everything about him is fraudulent, right? Again, I will say this one more time before we start. A man who is not faithful and loyal to his wife, girlfriend, better half, is not going to be faithful and loyal to you. And that is just a fact. That is just a fact. When I was 20 and being playa, I would hang out with dudes like that. But they'll bang your wife too. As you get older, you realize, man, I'm not trying to be friends with this dude. He fucks around on his wife. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't care about her. Like you understand it. What was that, my love?
I said all your friends are fucking scary too.
Lol. Okay, so let's get to these timestamps. This is Paper Cut Tina's story. I have lots of receipts here and lots of timestamps, so let's get into it. First one, of course, like always, I will drop the link in the chat for. Here's the thing, guys. She gave me like 4 videos, and I will list them all below, right? Because there's a lot of info here. I didn't even listen to all 4, right? Here we go. Let's start this off. One thing about Paper Cut Tina is I can see how easy it was to gaslight her. I can see how easy it was to manipulate people to say she's a nutcase and all that. She admits to not being tech savvy, right? She's not like a creator, like, you know what I'm saying, a big creator like that, right? But she's trying to get her truth out, and she's getting bamboozled by these turtles people, right? So I had to really cut up this live because there's a lot of like dead air and stuff. No sound. Okay, thank you. No problem. Thank you for that. Whoever said it. Let's do this again. Hold on. Let's do this. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I can do like this. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Let's get rid of that and let's do it again. Okay, one in the chat if you can hear on 1, 2, on 3. All you're listening to is a woman's voice. Give me a 1, you got her. Give me a 2 if you don't got her. On 1, 2, 3. Go.
I wanted to play it because I need to be heard. I need to be understood by every person out there. And then I'm just going to drop this forever. I'm sure by now, Jimmy, way deep down inside.
Okay, so you see what she wants to do, why she's airing it out, right? Let's just get a real brief history of Paper Cut Tina. You know, let's go back to, let's say, you know, maybe her last relationship, right? Let's go there real fast in the timeline.
Maybe none of this matters. But I went through abuse with my ex-husband for years, and I was blamed for everything for years, and I am not going to be blamed for this. It takes 2, and that's it.
Obviously, she's got some tears there. Giving you a little history, giving you a little timeline. Now, let's start rolling out a little bit of the receipts. Shout out to Sierra. You in the house, mama? Sierra, I'm going to need you when I'm through here. Avery, if you would like to jump on, I would really like you to come up. But Sierra, until you come on, if anytime you're mentioned, if you could give as much explanation when your name is brought up. So she starts rolling out the receipts at this point.
Oh, but this is what I want to say. I'm fine. I'll be fine. Am I a little sad? Yeah, I'm pretty sad about all of this, that it's come to this. But she did her live yesterday saying that Sierra and I are delusional and we're crazy.
There's that again.
All right, I'm back. Yeah,
So she had computer issues, okay? However, I wanted to emphasize that delusional, that crazy, the only thing I didn't hear her say was a psycho, because that's another thing where they got to go. So continuing with the receipts, we're going to go to 18 minutes into it. And at this point, I'm going to let this thing play for about 10 minutes, guys. So I really want you to understand what's happening right here and what she's saying. She is dropping receipts, timeline, and all types of stuff. I'll put your comments on the screen. Turn your volume up. Let's roll.
I'm trying to get an idea of what to expect. You will get to meet me, just you. I don't know. Does she work on Mondays? Yes. It would be great if I could meet you at my room in the morning before I have to head to the airport in the afternoon. We could have a Coke, among other things. So this was when I didn't know if it was just him.
Really fast. She doesn't have a screen share like most people do. That's not the point. She's showing the receipts. And if you want to zoom in and take a screenshot and have a zoom and a little bit of a look-see, you'll see that she has the receipts. Can she present it correctly and as good as other YouTubers? Maybe not as much, but the point is she's showing the receipts. And this is receipts from her and Dolly Vision via Facebook Messenger. Let's keep it moving.
Or her or what? So I thought, okay, just have a soda or something, right? Okay, like you said, we'll see what happens. The only way, oh God, just a minute. I don't care if people are laughing at my setup either.
You did good, Tina.
We'll see what happens. I'll be able to get in touch with you in here on Messenger unless you buy a burner phone. Because I had heard of those. I never did before, but anyway. Happiest birthday, Jimmy. I could make it even happier this weekend. Hey, I'm leaving in a couple hours for the shuttle. Then my flight tonight about 9 p.m. For some reason, I'm very relaxed. Made sure I was getting enough sleep this week. Say a prayer for me, Jimmy. See you later. Hugs. He says, when you land. I said, hi, land at 8:26 a.m. Friday. Are you going to be there? Maybe. Wishful thinking. Okay. I didn't think he was going to be at the dang airport. That's for sure. I'm excited and anxious. I'm going to take an Ativan before boarding. Since you're here, Jimmy, does PJ know I'm coming? Yes or no, pretty please, so I can mentally prepare. When I asked you before, I didn't know which part of my message you were thumbing up. That's why I'm asking again. You don't know if she knows? Interesting. It's mum's the word on my end. I forwarded the message from Jimmy's page. I will be free in the morning. I'm hanging out at D9 Gate at SeaTac. That's incredible news. Could you meet me at the airport? Does anybody know you're coming? That's what he said. See the forwarded message? Words. And I said, Maria G, because she paid for my lodging. Oh no, I had to, because Maria paid for my lodging. She'll never ever say a word. It will never be known.
If you're just coming in the chat or you're joining late, we are listening to somebody who has been labeled and called psychotic, crazy, delusional, silenced, literally attacked by a turtle cult, whip out her Facebook Messenger, and she's reading DMs between her and Dolly Vision back and forth.
I don't tell a soul. That's what he said. He probably meant to put, you don't tell a soul. I had no choice in lodging, but I don't even have to let them know. If I saw you, they just know I'm experiencing the beach. I would never mess anything up for you, ever. PJ makes me a tad nervous, I said. I needed a vacation anyway. You'd be the icing on the cake. What time you land? He says, I'm only free till 3. Oh my God, I'm boarding now. Holy shit. You get a layover anywhere, he said. I arrive.
Oh yeah, I actually forgot to mention he's with PJ Vision. So he's with PJ Vision during this exchange. Now, what I have Sierra in the chat, if she wants to, you're free to ask her whatever you want, but you'll hear a big timeline here. So just pay attention, right? We got 7 more minutes of just this part of her doing these receipts right here. Okay, so he's literally dating PJ and doing this. Have a listen.
Charlotte at 5 a.m. My flight leaves, whatever. I'm boarding with group 8 in 20 minutes. Forwarded message, what you got on? And I said, the things I do for you, wink emoji. I'm wearing jeans, flannel, red and black tank top with a flannel shirt over it, red sandals. I have pigtails. Are you literally meeting me at the airport, Jimmy? There it is. Whoops, right there, Y-E-A. That's how he talks. Yeah. I said, oh my God, with all these G's. Okay, I'm going on now. Say a prayer for me. He goes, Kay, you're going to be fine. What are you wearing? Or no, not what are you wearing? I can't remember now what it said there. Something, oh, he said, name the last plane that crashed. You can't. And, you know, he's right. And I asked him what he was wearing. He said black hat, black pants. He had on black, what are those called? You know, just those pants people wear. Not slacks, not jeans, but I can't even think of the word. Yeah. North Carolina. Then I said, I'm in Charlotte. He said, North Carolina. Then I said, I'm in Charlotte. He said, cool. I said, how long before you leave? I said, I leave at 7:14. What time can you, check in room? That's what he said. You forwarded the message, see it above it? I said, check-in is at 3 p.m. Is there a lake or beach nearby? He said, yeah. He said, damn, I'm only free till 3. I may be able to get in my room at 2 p.m. You need to leave at 3 or be back by 3. He said, leave. He said, leave by. I said, that's okay. I'm so grateful. If you could have one of those days to yourself, so we could hang out again. Maybe you could bring me to the airport. You could come visit my room in the AM first. He said, K, if you see the little teeny K on top. Again, you guys will have to zero in somehow. Maybe I can check in by 2 and we'll have an hour or so romping. If you're interested, he said, in my car. I was thinking that on the plane, LOL. I said, you're making me hot.
Okay. So request to pork Tina in his car. And Tina says, you're making me hot. Now, Tina also said you can zoom in to verify. And I'll do the whole chat a favor. And when the live's over, I will zoom in and I will get the part where it says in the car and you're making me hot. That's an easy thing to remember. And it'll also hurt his ego, and PJ will probably do a morning rant about it. Shouldn't the copyright strike me? Also, I was hacked.
Oh my God. Anyway, more. I said, I want to put my swimsuit on in your car and hang out at a nearby lake and then check in with you at 2 p.m. Then hop into the bed with you. So, see, I got it all planned out, LOL. God, I wish I'd stop moving. He talks about rubbing it in the car. I said, oh God, I can't hardly read it from here. The room is already ahead of time, won't be together, something, but I'm okay. Would be going back to sleep for an hour, he says. On the you forwarded a message above, and I said something or other, I don't know. I said, yes, I'm here. I'm about to pull up to the American now. He says, walk outside. And then he says, you forwarded a message. So I'm at front doors, he said. He says, see all these forwarded messages? Look for the sign that says 3 when you get outside. I will try to get to something. I gave him my phone number, and I don't care if people have it because it's no longer my phone number because I couldn't find him. So I typed in my iPad my phone number really fast. He said, oh, Lord, when I told him later on, this is after we were able to meet each other, etc. He goes, oh, Lord, you see the forwarded message right there. I'm not lying about that Rastafarian guy. So that's that there. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, I wasn't going to do this. Like, no way. This is kind of over the top for me. Not kind of, it is over the top. This is way after I got back quite a few months ago, but quite a few months after the trip I made. You all can take your own dang screenshots of that. I'll let that sit there a little while. It's Jimmy Jams. This is the burner phone number, I guess. 7597. He says, only hit me up at number. And then I said, I don't know what the hell I said. And I said, no more messenger. He said, nah. NAW.
Sarah, you mentioned here in a moment.
Yeah. Saying I never met him. Fucking bullshit. And she can go ahead and continue to wear her tiara, try to make herself feel better and all this kind of stuff. But she hated me clear back, and I mean hated me, when I was up on his panels. And I didn't know this. Maria G and I were always good friends. I think PJ used Maria G to get to and through other people.
Okay. She says something about a burner phone or phone number. You got the same one. Maybe it's in the future, Sierra. Also, we're going to learn about PJ. This is not the first YouTuber that she's dated. There's a lot of tea in this stuff. I apologize for that long clip, but the rest will not be so long. Okay. But it was very important that I played that entirety for you. Okay. Now I'll drop this in. If you're watching this on replay, it'll be in the pinned comment. For people in my live chat, I'll drop it in the live here momentarily, and it'll be in the description box. You'll have it. And there's 4 other videos just like this that I haven't even reviewed yet, because I haven't even told you the amount of information hitting my inbox about this scumbag is enormous. However, we're gonna skip down to 36 minutes to hear just a little something, real quick.
What I am is tired of people calling me names and not believing it. And after I did all that I did yesterday, anyone in their right mind would believe what I said. Like I have tremors. I'm not going to write all that down. So you had to see it on Messenger. Now, This is just for it to be out there 1,000%. This isn't so Jimmy can be picked on. This isn't, or anything like that. Go to his channel, sub up. Dolly Vision Investigates now. Thank you. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate everyone that's ever here.
We'll get to that last part, what you just said, which I totally disagree with, and I'll give you a complete summaries about this, but not until we get through all these receipts. Let's go to 41 minutes because we're about to start getting into the real juicy part of this, y'all. I'm just giving you a timeline and I'm informing you the best I can, right? So let's go to 41 minutes. Let me cook. Bear with me. I promise you. So 41 minutes is going to be, that'll work. Wait. That's not right. That's not work. We need to go right. Let's go there.
You really did. I'm very sorry. Be respectful. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. She tried to be strong in her life, but she's really, really hurt too.
Thank you so much,
Well,
Avery.
that's the thing, you guys. I'm not hurt because I felt like I was falling in love with him and getting to know him, and I was in Messenger and things like that for a good 3 whole months until I found out about her, and it was too late. She didn't like walk in and bring him to an altar to marry him. So, and I wasn't competing or anything. I just wanted to stay friends. And
okay, we're going to hear a little bit more cheating at 42 minutes in, 42 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's go ahead and do it. And for the people who guess the age, that's coming up right after this.
And have what we had. So, it's not like, in March when I found out, and the very end of March when he, reached out to me, because it was like a couple of weeks after that, I was like, what? Because like I wrote cutie and I put a pie emoji in the chat, and she was in the chat, and I didn't even flippin' know that she was like seeing him. Okay, I heard she was doing the mail for him, like just mailing packages, and was someone in.
Okay, so hold on.
Virginia. I didn't know anything about her. Nothing. Is this?
Let's go to 48 minutes. Here's the age piece, people. And I remember hearing this, I believe, on Savage Live back in the day, right? But this is pretty funny.
"6 years older, and I didn't like the way he was judging me for being sick more than 3 or 4 days without even saying it. You feel things in your heart. Anything. I told him I used to be on Dolly Vision, and there just wasn't any kind of interest. So to this day, have I told him that I went there? No. And will he ever see them here? No. Because I didn't say we're through. I just said, you need someone younger, because he's 57 and I'm older, 6 years older. And I didn't like the way he was judging me for being sick more than 3 or 4 days.
I'm going to stop it right there for one moment, and I want to hit my comments and interact with you guys, and we will continue and have Avery and Sierra join us right after. Paper Cut Tina, if you're watching this, I sure would love to have you on panel. I don't want you to feel pressured. Again, I can respect boundaries, but you're more than welcome, and I promise you it'll be safe. Moderators, if anybody talks any shit about anybody on my panel, karate chop it, block, and get rid of them. They can't hang out with us. Not my guest. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's not the first time I've heard that, guys. Yeah. What's up, Kit? What's happening? I always felt he was a show-off manipulator. I mean, you're gonna. Well, I paused it right at a good spot. You're gonna hear the timeline of infidelity here in a moment. Sierra, you're gonna be brought into this, but like I said at the beginning of this, I am so happy that Sierra is blunt, direct, and for that, and for the record, Sierra has been trying to put a lot of this info out that I'm saying, guys, for years. Missy tried to. What I've noticed is people who have, whether it's a woman like this, Avery is in chat now, whatever the situation is, these turtles are like, they blindly go attack these people, right? And it's just so weird to me. I mean, none of it makes any sense, right? And I know the turtles, the majority are women. So these are people who claim to be like, turtle groupies in a sense, right? But you're trying to like go attack somebody who literally beat you at your own game, right? They actually got with the dude, right? Is that why you're hating? Like, why are you doing this? Like, is all these women just making shit up? Are they all making shit up? I mean, stop. At some point, it's like, and why is everybody psycho, everybody delusional, everybody crazy? Why is it Betty any of that? Why? Come on, people. This is clear as day. Speaking of the timeline, let's have a listen. I'll listen, and I'll say it one more time. If the dude don't respect his lady, his wifey, his girlfriend, whatever, man, that dude don't care about you. Let's have a listen, shall we?
Just for her. She's not that special, and that crown she wears is absolutely ridiculous.
Lol.
I'm just going to say it. You couldn't pay me. Well, maybe $500. If someone sent me $500 and a tiara, I'd probably try it on at least. But to try to come across like I'm a queen or better than anybody or a princess, to me, shows insecurity. Sierra did a live, and apparently Jimmy was with Missa, that Missa lady way back, and cheated on her apparently with who? Let's see, Sierra, and then cheated on, this is allegedly, but this is what Sierra says, and then cheated on PJ with Sierra, because they had just gotten together. And then Sierra saw him again another time, and then even a third time, but the third time they didn't have what.
Sierra, I'm just going to drop the link. I have a few more clips, and I'll give it to both you and Avery. So I want to go now to 58 minutes and 35 seconds where Papercut Tina tells us that this is not Dolly, or excuse me, PJ Vision's first YouTuber that she's dating. Let's have a listen, shall we? A little bit of a listen, shall we?
When I looked back at her channel from good 4 or 5 years ago, she was with another YouTuber. And I'm going to say it right here. He was a married man. And yeah, so she's not perfect herself.
Well, ain't that some shit, people?
And that was what was his name? Shoot. Anyway.
So this is interesting. If everybody who was in my last live, I wonder if, because we talked about the last live, we talked about her modding for Unirock. I played her in her own video where she's like, you know, the Unirock mods tell it all and all this, right? Was it Unirock? And then I hear there's a short made. Let me play it for you. Hold on, watch.
I can't remember, but I had people send me screenshots of things, and he was married. Yeah. And then and now I guess her eyes, Sierra feels, are on a deception detective or something.
Now, we also covered this in last live, and a lot of you heard the rumor about PJ and Deception Detective. I showed a picture or something like that about it, and that's a, you know, that's a relevant thing, talking point on YouTube. You know, me personally, I like to stick to receipts. So, you know, I don't know, but
so she's one of these women that has to have this YouTuber kind of lifestyle, and I think to fuel her spending addiction or whatever you want.
Okay, now I just wanted you guys to get a full history. Now, to play devil's advocate, if you will, because I listened to this whole live thoroughly, and because I was a little bit confused when she was like, yes, this is not to attack him, sub out the Dolly vision. I didn't understand that part either. So the end of this, for me, wraps it up. I hear her loud and clear right now. I hear her loud and clear. But when asked about like why to pursue him, right?
That's what I said. Everyone's saying she had no clue. She admits that she was okay to be in a secret. She was like, you know what? Like, she was okay with it.
Right.
In the beginning, she was asking like this, PJ knows to be here. She clearly knew about her. She wouldn't be asking if she knew about.
They knew about each other. They knew about each other. And this is not the only person that he's porked since being with PJ. No, not that part, babe. But like the part about like why Dolly, you know, like why. So here is, I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna give you my breakdown of what I think in general. Okay. Now, before I do that, this is why I really, really like for people to come up on here and tell their story. So chat, after we hear this, after I give you my take, I'm going to go through the whole chat and see what you guys think, because I want you guys to have the information. I want it to be out there. I just don't like the responsibility of telling a story that is not mine personally. I mean, we're all adults. We can all figure it out. But at the end of the day, I'm left to like conclude, if you will. Okay. Let's get to this part. Okay. So this part will be, and then ladies, I will drop the link right after this clip. So this part's going to be, I'll drop the link to this live, guys, and the link for the guest to come on. We're going to 55 minutes and 45 seconds. So have a listen, and I will be putting your comments on the screen, so there's no wrong comment here. 55, 45, and let's do it now.
She was a mod for, so you guys can look all that up way back. And he did a little short calling her name out.
That's the creator that she was
in her channel, and I saw that, and I think he even said I love PJ or something like that, allegedly. My short-term memory isn't very good, so I don't want to say So well, niece says, Tina, I'm respectfully asking, why would you want to meet anyone that wants you to be a secret? Because I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, if I'm gonna meet, I mean, how else do I say it? He's kind of a big to-do. Okay. And I looked back at his Jimmy Jam shows, and I actually looked back at his bands once he said he was in All Has Fallen, the name of his band, and he was this sort of rock star in his 30s or 35 in this band here in Virginia where he lives. And his hair was really long, and he was, you know, a little bigger and drinking a lot of beer, but he was screaming through that microphone. So my point is, he's not just a YouTuber. And when the thing is, I wasn't planning on seeing, well, of course I wanted to see him and meet him, right, at Summer's Memorial. And I was just going to shake his hand because I knew she'd be there. I mean, she goes everywhere, right? And she's going to be there. So I was going to go to him, but don't mother him and tell him what to do, how to be, and how to act. And you may be able to keep him. And learn some skills in the bedroom. That might help you too.
Whoa, paper cut Tina going in. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I dropped the link. Now, in final, right? In final. There's no doubt that I don't believe somebody with receipts. A big part of me exposing these tragedy pit scammers is I do believe exactly what she said at the end. Now, I agree with everything I played, but that last clip, not the dig towards PJ, but I can't believe I met him. He was like a big to-do. I think that people on YouTube, when they start uploading content, you can get followers, right? I never ever guessed I'd be at 22,000, right? But I always remain myself. I'm always gonna be myself on this thing here, right? That's not the case with a lot of YouTubers. A lot of these people are drug addicts. A lot of these people are weirdos. I've said it in the past. Dolly, he's a little dwarf looking dude, right? A nerd, right? And he got on YouTube and started gaining popularity. I'm not a hater. His channel took off. And he was in communication with a lot of subs and stuff. It's pretty factual that he started porking the subs. But the dude wasn't getting no puss like that. He wasn't getting he wasn't like getting laid like that without the YouTube. The YouTube is when he's, in his late 40s and 50s that he's doing all this stuff, right? He was like a dweeb before the YouTube, right? And that's just an example. There's a lot of people who, I'll drop it in a second. There's a lot of I say this all the time. This thing is like YouTube is such a good form of entertainment, but YouTubers let this shit go to their head. YouTubers start thinking that they have power, start thinking that they are celebrities, and start talking and acting like it. And some people believe it. Like, it's wild to hear her say, like, I can't believe we ever met. Who is this dude? He's a nobody. He's not like an A-list celebrity. Like, what does that mean? He was in some garage band, right? He's got a microcot, allegedly. I was hacked. But the thing is, it's like, it amazes me and it frustrates me because this happens a lot. People think that they think it's more than it is. People think YouTubers make way more money than we do. There's a lot of, but that's okay. That's okay. It makes sense. It makes sense if she feels that way, that everything happened that way. Now, I'm going to drop this link because we got Sierra, we got Avery, and we got Barbecue. Ladies, one at a time. Let's get this done. And let's see what happens here. Link is dropped. You guys see it? What's up, Rhonda? F list for sure. He paid Nancy and Ashley at CrimeCon. Oh, absolutely. Brian, that ain't the goat. Nancy's the goat. I see that guy get stuff wrong all the time. He's like generic, like it's like a trailer park. It's like white trash and ghetto all mixed in one. All right, who we got? We got Barbecue Lady in the house, and we got Sierra in the house.
Hey.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Now be careful about that trailer park. I don't live in a trailer park, but I live in a trailer. So simmer down, pot roast.
What's happening?
I just came
what's
up.
up?
What's up,
Hey.
Sierra?
I just came
What's
up to say one thing.
You covered a lot. That was a lot.
Hold on, Sierra.
Just
I got Barbecue up here and you on panel.
Oh,
you hear
y'all,
me?
am I choppy? You're kind of breaking up a little bit. A little bit.
All right. I'm gonna redrop the link for you in a minute, all right? And let's hold on. Let me do this. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. I'll mute you. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Barbecue.
I just wanted 30 seconds anyway.
You're
You know,
cool.
I saw this weird fucking looking thing floating around the internet that I did not want to see. So listen, I could smell it through the phone. I missed this whole thing, your whole live, but I'll go back and watch it. But let me just tell you, what the fuck is that little wart looking thing on the tip of that thing? And was it before or after BHB?
So I had the email that I got from an ex, and I did see the wart that you speak of. I don't know when that was, but I just can't believe somebody hacked my account, Barbecue. They hacked my account and they started posting it. It was unreal. You know, I would never do such a thing, but it's wild. Definitely a wart.
I literally yesterday was driving down the road, picking my dog up from the vet, dry heaving that I had even seen that, but all I could just smell it like it was just like a dirty, smelly, musty, warty looking fucking. Listen, I wouldn't be proud of that if that is Dolly's wanker. Like, that is nothing to be proud about. Them old like bubblegum balls and that fucking big wanky wart on the tip of your dick. If I ever saw something like that be whipped out of any man's drawers, I would run for the fucking hills. But anyway, that I just wanted to come up with a laugh. It's always a good time, and you fucking dude, I'm not even stoned, and I just can't help but laugh at that motherfucker. I can't even look at it because I feel like it's the one thing that I would never, you know, sometimes you want like smell-o-vision when you're talking about food. Like right now I'm smoking barbecue. You never want fucking smell-o-vision on something like that.
Smell-o-vision. I love it. Oh, that's the new name, Smell-o-vision. Hell no.
All right, I'll see ya.
All
I
right.
appreciate you, and I always see you, and I'm always around watching. So you and Noel have a great night.
All right. Okay, Sarah, there she goes. Okay. I was just about to be like, where the hell did Sierra go?
Oh no, I'm here. I had to fix it.
Okay, Barbecue left. See, yeah, I just was like, hold on, one at a time. I had a feeling that was going to help. All right, so look, Sierra.
Yeah.
A lot was said from Paper Cut Tina.
Did he have that wart when you were with him? That bump on the pecker?
I don't wait, okay. I never seen that picture before.
All right. let's get off the picture for a second because I was hacked. And I'm
you
not
were hacked.
the victim
It's not
here.
your
I'm the
fault.
victim.
It's not your fault. It's not your
Look,
fault.
I'm the
You were
victim.
hacked.
You know,
Yeah,
I
you're the
told you it was
innocent
my
party
account.
in this.
You know,
Right.
I called Elon and I'm like, listen, like I need to make a report because somebody is posting this, and he was like, I thought that was a meme. Like it's so small and jokeful that we're just gonna let it ride. Don't worry about it. And I was
Yeah,
like, man,
Elon don't know nothing
that's
about it being that small. You know what I mean? He don't know.
all right. So the stuff that did you hear everything that Papercut Tina said?
Yeah.
I think she just mentioned you like you know, because people know. First off, let me say this, Sierra. How long have you been pushing this message out? Trying to share your story.
Since 2021, 2022, we hooked up for the first time. 2023, we took a year break. 2024 and 2025, we picked it up again.
Have you been attacked by these turtles and been called a liar and stuff?
In the beginning, yeah. Not so much now. Now
What's
they
that?
kind of see me as like a safe haven. They like come over and be like, he was so mean.
So you haven't gotten that much of a pushback. I imagine some people, like you know, the cult people have attacked you, Sarah. They, you know,
Yeah, they have. I mean, in the beginning, it was really rough. It was no one believed me, you know, and I was
yes.
just this crazy groupie, and I
No,
was a
you're not.
slut, and
No, you're not. You're
you know,
honest.
and all
You're
this
blunt.
thing, you know.
You're honest
But
and blunt. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. I was just gonna say, but you know, when I first hooked up with Dolly, you know, I was coming off the heels of my son's father passing away. So I was at a vulnerable state. I was in a different mind frame. And I think he knew that, you know, and
Yeah.
it took a lot to laugh at it, you know. It took a lot to see the corniness of the whole situation, and I had to learn how to turn, you know, lemons into lemonade. I had to make a good thing out of something shitty.
Absolutely. Avery, I see you backstage. I would let you up, but I don't want the volume to start messing up. I promise I'll let you up. Sierra, I think how your personality is and how you're upfront and like you just don't give a fuck, right? You don't care. You like to joke and stuff. And I think the difference between you and a lot of these other people is just that. And thank God for that, right? Because as I was playing this Papercut Tina stuff, she keeps mentioning you because I think what she's trying to do is tell the audience that she knows you, and B, that you're sharing notes and whatnot. But if you were the same type of person, right? If your personality wasn't what it is, it would make this much harder. It would make this much harder because thank God that you're not that way, because I think that a lot of these women who have been attacked by these turtles or gaslit or smeared, psycho, delusional, crazy,
Right.
everybody but BHB, I think that they get ran over. And you know, and I understand that because I've, you know, as a YouTuber, I've argued with bigger channels before. And right. What happens is there's so many people that come over and flood your comments. It's like you're trying to they override the comments. You know what I mean? And they own the narrative, if that makes sense, right?
Public opinion.
Exactly. And I feel like that's happened so much with a lot of these. And also Dolly's never ever denied anything with you, and PJ gets very emotionally jealous, hateful, and sideways with you. So that says everything right there. You know what I'm saying? But if you weren't in the picture exactly the way it is, this would be much harder. But anyway, Papercut Tina, anything that you want to clear up? There was a lot said. She brought your name up a lot in that live. I didn't watch all 4 lives.
Right.
I might have to do a part 2 on this, but anything you want to clear up or add to or anything?
Well, Paper Cut Tina, she sends her love and she's very like grateful and gracious that you asked her to come on the panel. She just feels like at this moment, with her heart issues and her cardiac recovery, she's like doesn't want to put extra stress on herself.
I get that. I completely
Yeah,
understand.
and so she by talking about it, she feels like it will stir up old emotions. So I told her that, I would just relay the message and that you're here whenever she's ready.
Okay, if you would ask her just one thing for me, if I said anything wrong about her, if she could let you know, and the next time I go live, I will clarify it. It's just,
Okay, yeah, sure.
I respect everything that you just said about her, and I respect those boundaries. It's just hard, like, you'll come up. It's hard, Sarah. Like, put yourself in my spot. Like, I don't want to tell her story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's easy for us to break it down with all these receipts, but there might be something I miss or I didn't get. I was much rather have the person, but I do respect it, man.
Yeah. She'll come around. She's got the worst out of everyone, I think.
That's what
because
the chat was saying when I was playing those clips. A lot of the chat was saying that.
Yeah, because PJ knows that she's a sweet woman. She doesn't want to cause chaos or be like argumentative, but if PJ comes with the heat, Paper Cut Tina can bring it too.
So I did notice that PJ did a morning rant with the Tiara on the other day, but she declined to take you up on the event. Now we're trying to raise money over here, people. Get a little boxing event. Sierra's all in, right? Sierra versus PJ for the money, okay? But we have crickets, right? We have crickets, and none of the turtle people. I noticed that the turtle cult people, you guys always insert yourself in the comments. I noticed there was no takers on the Sierra boxing event. Completely legal.
I mean, Dolly Vision loves UFC, right? I mean, it seems like it's a win-win. You get to see a little UFC action. At least one pretty girl win a fight.
I do.
So I think it'd be a good event for the whole true crime community, because they say we can't get together and make something good happen.
Oh, we could. Okay, well, one more thing to ask you. Tina was talking about a timeline, and to be honest, I'd have to hear it again. She was like, did you hear the part where she's like, okay, so I cheated on Dolly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Missa. Missa was the girlfriend of 2 years.
Yes.
And towards the end of those 2 years, he cheated on Missa with me.
Okay.
And then after me, he went to Bullhorn Betty.
Pancakes. Got it.
Yeah. And then after Bullhorn Betty, he got with Paper Cut Tina. But he was also still sleeping with and talking to PJ and having her pack soap. And then he doubled back and spin the block and came back to me. And then he went back to PJ.
Fudge packer, soap packer, same shit.
Yeah.
So, okay, that explains things a little bit. Breaking news and upcoming, guys. I'm not going to tell you. You would be surprised. I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler. On the next live, I am awaiting right now, people. I am literally awaiting. I tried my hardest to have it for this live. We may have video receipts on Pancakes and Dolly, Savannah, Georgia. Recorded conversations coming soon, people. Lock it. Notifications on. I tried to get it to you guys today. I tried my hardest, but it's coming. Look, I'm getting Cox in the email. I'm getting boys. I get a lot of receipts here, and we have to keep this awareness campaign coming, people. We have to.
Well, we might have 2 rogue mods. He pissed 2 mods off since he's been in Arizona. So we might have 2 rogue mods coming your way too.
That's awesome. I have a question. I know Noelle talks to Missy. We've always been cool with Missy. I've always supported her. You still talk to her?
No, I after Dolly spin the block on that ass, she asked me, are you gonna let him hit? And I was like, oh, it's kind of and then she blocked me, or she got mad and how women do. And so yeah, I hadn't talked to her since then. So
Mrs. Cool.
She's cool. Really... She posted recently, like maybe like 3 months ago. She posted a video. Miss It's a Mood. Yeah, that's her channel name.
Absolutely. If you see this, Miss or if anybody sends this to you, you already know me, Noelle. We've been on each other's channels. This awareness has to get out. I know all of you have been smeared, gaslight, all been called psychotic, crazy, delusional, all of you, right? But it stopped. The bucket has absolutely stopped, and we will get the truth out. So I would love to have you on if you see this. So just reach out.
And oh my God, girl, I'm sorry. The flesh is weak.
The flesh is weak. What's up, Avery? Can you hear us?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you fine. Okay.
I'm sitting outside, so my son doesn't hear any of this. So
okay.
if there's like too much background noise or anything, just let me know.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
I think I owe you an apology because I believe I got something wrong. The last live that I did, I for some reason I thought that you were romantically involved with Dolly. That is incorrect information.
Oh, absolutely incorrect. No romantic relationship at all.
Sarah, do you remember hearing about Avery and her psychoticness and her craziness and her delusionalness?
I've been on panel with Sierra and Missa before.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are okay.
Sierra witnessed a lot of what he did to my son.
Now, go ahead. You have the mic, Avery.
So I'm nervous just even talking about it, but
let me ask you this first. What made you say no last week when I had Noelle contact you to come on?
Well, I was thinking about my son and if he's gonna start again. But then I got to thinking about it. Well, that was back in like 2021. My son is almost 16 now. He's over 6 foot tall. He's not a sickly child anymore. I don't really feel like he could really do anything to hurt my child now because my child would literally beat his ass. I mean, he's a big old boy. You can ask Noelle. My son is 6'1", 300 pounds. So I don't really think he could. Yeah, I don't really fear for his safety. I guess the most he could do is, talk about me badly on YouTube. But
okay, what? Get into some of the stuff that he's done though to him.
Okay, so.
How did it come to your son?
Okay. So my situation with Dolly is totally different. I was bored at home because COVID had hit, and I decided to make a YouTube account. And I come across this channel because I was up late at night. I thought he was funny, so I started commenting, and I was a pretty big super chatter. And so because of that, he made me a mod, and I was just a part of the channel, like, just like everybody else. But I was a big, big, big donator. Well, he had another lady in there named Team Rose. And this lady has,
Time out. Sorry,
okay.
I didn't mean to stop you. Sarah, you know Team Rose?
Yes, Team Rose. I love Team Rose. She's a big inspiration for my real life. Yeah.
Let me just clear the air real fast because I would like to have her on, but that might be difficult, and that's only for my own. That's my problem because let me just say this on live publicly, so she takes it serious. So I remember the Team Rose Dolly drama. Didn't pay attention to it. I know about it, and there was a time where I went to Team Rose's chat and I was just helping her because she was new to YouTube and stuff. I was like telling her like just things to do. I was just helping her. I used to do this thing where I would help people sporadically, randomly, right? I don't really do it as much anymore. But anyway, I was doing this stuff and then something happened. I don't know if she got mad at me or whatever. And I ended up doing a parody and dancing like her, and she got all mad. But I don't have there's no like beef. Like I don't have any like problem with the woman. There's like nothing like I don't know anything about her. Like there's no animosity. That's just my way of being silly if people get mad and stuff. But
well, you went on her panel and you were asking her about me, and she was telling you about how I clone myself and can be in different places at different times, and how I
that's right. I remember that.
How I paid Benny Keys $10,000 to put a hit out on her. That's how he got the nickname Hitman Benny Keys.
Okay.
Yep, blood
You're
moon,
right.
yep.
So let's backtrack so people can have the full context here. So if you don't know, I had a little YouTube beef with Avery myself. Back in the day. We have more than squashed it. I believe I took the videos down, and we were going back and forth, people. Now she's right. Okay, she's right. I did go on Team Rose's panel and do all that. So just to catch people up. All right. So I don't know if I mess up your train of thought or not, but go ahead, continue I just wanted to clear up the Team Rose stuff.
Okay, yeah. So Team Rose was in his channel, and she was having moments where she was saying, things like that I could clone myself and that I would be in her state, which is way up north in Alabama, at the same time. And she would call the police on me and things like that. Then she came out with the whole, I paid Benny Keys $10,000 to put a hit on her. So I told Dolly that I had had enough. It was either she leaves or I leave. And she was also a big donator, except she was doing it through Cash Apps. I didn't know that. So I think he chose her. Or I don't really remember, but I left his channel. I was really upset because one night I had fallen asleep and my laptop was open and Dolly was live. And my son, he would have been like, 10, I think, 9. He comes in and he gets on my laptop and he sends Jimmy this huge super chat. And he types some kind of funny comment about like his mom is snoring. Well, Dolly's like, "Oh, your mom's asleep." He's like, "Send me another super chat." Well, he had my son just repeatedly send him super chat after super chat after, and he was laughing on panel.
So he was your son's on your YouTube account sending these super chats.
Yeah.
Now, prior to this, Dolly knew you to be like a good tipper.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
but not this kind of money. I mean, I would probably super chat him $100, every time he was live. But these super chats, it was like $50, $100, $200, $300. I mean, it was. When I woke up, I was devastated. Like and he wouldn't refund it. He
Sarah,
wouldn't
you
refund it back.
remember this, Sarah?
Yeah, I do remember the super chat.
Okay.
And I remember him egging on your son to like, oh, swipe it again, swipe it again. I remember that. But I wasn't physically typing in chat. I was just, in and out talking to Smalls. I used to hang out with Smalls and Buddha in the chat back in the day.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
think
fine.
there was a lot of people that witnessed that happen, and it was crappy because that was bill money. It was just crappy. So
Absolutely.
anyhow, I left the channel, and he got mad that I left the channel, and so he started making videos about me. Well, he hired this guy, I guess that he's known forever. His name's Rapper Jay, and I sent those videos to Noelle.
Rapper.
Rapper
Oh, I know
Jay,
that guy, that nerd that he's friends with. I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Rapper Jay would do these videos, and he would admit that Dolly. He would show the cash apps that Dolly had cash apped him so much money to harass me, but it went way
I got a
beyond.
question. I got a question. Is
Yeah,
that the same rapper Jay that he used to call that black boy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if he did
Have
or
you ever
not.
seen the rapper J dude, Sarah? He's a nerdy white dude. He looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, a
kind of.
nerdy white dude.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's
No,
a
he's black. He's black.
Oh, he's black?
Yeah.
Oh.
hmm
Oh my. Okay, I'm thinking of
Oh,
somebody
wow.
else. Okay.
Yeah, he's a black guy. But
Okay.
But he's
Then
like
you're
light,
probably right.
right? Light skinned or mixed or whatever.
no, he's dark. He's dark. Yeah.
I must have never seen him on camera before because I think I mod for him.
I don't
Go
know.
ahead,
But
go
I'm
ahead, go
going
ahead.
to go out on a limb here and say that his penis is bigger than Dolly's.
Oh my god.
But I was hacked though. Somebody is out of control with the posts, and I've talked to Elon about it. All right, let's continue.
PCT said she's in chat.
Who
So
is?
I don't know where.
Tina?
PCT, she said, yeah, she said she's in White Boy's chat. She sent me a message on Messenger.
Oh, cool. I mean, if she,
I don't know if you need to drop the link again or I'm not sure.
Does she want it? I'll drop it. Sure. I know
Yeah,
her
just
channel
drop it in
has
case she's
changed, so
thinking about it.
it's not paper cut Tina. It's Megan something. So
Yeah, Megan Shenanigans. Yeah.
Megan Shenanigans, exactly what it is. I dropped her link earlier, guys, and I'm gonna put actually all her videos in the pinned comment on this. I would highly suggest everybody have a look-see at this woman's videos that she's made, okay? Because she's not delusional, she's not psychotic, and she's not crazy. Go ahead, continue. I did drop it.
Okay, so he hired Rapper Jay, to harass me. And what they did is they put me on like all kinds of different like porn sites and dating sites and stuff. He had my email address, so they signed me up for like everything you could think of. Yeah. And that part was that was fine, but then they took a picture of my son because I was friends with Dolly. Well, it was Jimmy Jams on Facebook. So he had taken a picture of my son and put him in a coffin.
One more interruption. Sorry, I hate to do that. I'm sorry. What's up, Constance?
I just came up to say real quick. Has anybody spoke about Free to Be?
No. Oh gosh, I remember that.
I just wanted to know if anybody spoke up about Free to Be and the allegations she made against Dolly.
No, do tell. Megan Shenanigans, give me 1 second. I'm gonna let you up. I have 3 people up right now. I promise to let you up. That's Paper Cut Tina. Go ahead, Constance.
He had a mod Free to Be that he met after the Ryan Epchurch concert, and she alleged that he raped her.
Yeah.
And she tells the story to Missa. I sent you the link. She tells the story to Missa on her channel. Avery knows about it. Avery can probably tell about it better than I can. I got to go. I just want to come up and say that.
Thank you. I got your comment, and I am going to go through your playlist. Guys, Constance is a friend of the channel, and she's like a fucking volt. She's like a volt. She has Constance has straight receipts, people.
Yeah.
Any creators on panel, please drop the links.
I remember all of that. It was after the Ryan Upchurch concert, and I think he was like supposedly getting her safely back to her hotel room, and then he came up from behind her and like locked his arms under her arms and bent her over and did what he did. And she was too scared to press charges.
Is that you, Paper Cut Tina?
It is. Hi, Sierra
And
knows my voice.
Bye,
I,
Paper
Oh,
Cut.
I appreciate you coming
hi, you
up.
guys.
I really appreciate you
Hi,
coming up. I
Thank
played
you.
the first live that you
Did
that
you?
you sent, and
I didn't
and
even know you were live, white boy, till I went to Messenger. Yeah.
it's okay. I played your stuff, and I'm trying to get this awareness out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the moral of this one is, this guy is definitely, he gets around. He's a cheater. He's not loyal to. I mean, obviously, all you guys know that, but I hope I was able to tell your story the right way. I don't know how much you listened to it. Did you listen to the whole thing or no?
No, I didn't hear any of it. I went to Messenger to say hi, and Barbara Thompson said, "Did you know you were on White Boys?" And I'm like, "What?" And I gave you permission. I'm fine with all of that, and I feel safer being up here with these other ladies.
I remember you, Paper Cut, and I remember you just being the sweetest thing, and you were always so genuine. I don't know what all
Thank you.
happened, because when I left his channel and once law enforcement and stuff got involved, I never looked back. So I don't know what the fallout was, and I'm so sorry. I just, anybody who comes across his path is they're gonna get it one way or the other.
I know
Thank
Sierra,
you.
and I've talked to Avery. I talked to both of them, and I've known both of them for a long time. I've never had a conversation with you, and as I was playing clips of your live that you sent me to use, a lot of the chats say that you got it really bad. So I don't even know the full story of all that happened to you. Is it safe to say that? Is it safe to say that while speaking your truth, almost like a cult-like following, turtle shit, if you will, decided to try to coerce your words, silence you, call you a liar, call you names, and that had to have happened, yeah?
Yeah, that was later on, but this is the thing, you guys. I had never even called into a show. Sierra, we've talked now for 2 years, Sierra, and we're good
Yeah.
friends on Messenger, and I called into the show, and then I called again, and the wind was blowing my little notes and whatever, and then him and 3 Dot named me Paper Cut Tina, because it was like, oh, you're gonna get a paper cut, and relax, and so Jimmy made me feel
3 Dot Dave, I remember him.
yeah.
Look at this Birchwood /D2S. Somebody give Birchwood a timeout. You get a timeout. Imagine saying that I'm going to get a defamation suit with literally people that he's scammed and gaslit and smeared and attacked the kids and all time, the whole thing. Like, they're on. You need. You do not need to follow true crime.
In the beginning,
He
you
already
guys.
tried the whole suit against me. It didn't work.
Yeah, that's. I didn't know he even did that. I heard there was some kind of issues. But the thing is, you guys, he reached out to me first. I would never in a billion trillion years reach out to a man on Messenger. I mean, now I would. Now I've got the guts and I kind of know the savvy of Messenger and all. I didn't even know Messenger was connected to Facebook. I mean, we're talking, I was major naive. I didn't know how to put a picture on. I didn't know what the little heart at the top meant. I had to just sort of go through it and teach myself. So when he reached out to me with the WYD, I kind of giggled and said, I don't know what that means, because I didn't. And then he typed back, what you doing? So this is 3 a.m, and I'm like, gee, he gives a crap what I'm doing? Like, this is amazing. So now, but this is a thing. I thought he was single. I really, really, on my mom and sister's graves, wherever they are, because I don't know, I thought he was single until I called him in May, a good 2 months later or so. And I said, there's a lot of talk I'm seeing in chat that PJ is your girlfriend. She's not just mailing things for you. And he hesitated, like I had sent this message to Matt or whatever I'm supposed to call him, white boy. And yeah, and he just goes like that. And I said, come on, just tell me the truth. I'm a big girl, because I'm older. I'm a big girl. I can handle it, I said. And then he said, well, Megan, I got to have a girlfriend. His exact words, or not Megan, well, Tina. And I said, oh, and I was shocked because at this point I had been sending nefarious, frivolous things to him. And that's kind of how he starts it out, with just a pic and then maybe a video. And the only other time I've ever done this kind of thing, ever, was a boyfriend 8 years prior, not Darren, but the one that I went out with for 4 years before that, on a little text.
How were you able to confirm the age?
The age of
Dolly.
what?
Dolly.
His
like
age?
how old he was. Yeah. As I was playing your live, and I think you said he was 55.
It's all over his
Yeah, it's all over. He
his
was
court
40.
records.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, that's
He has a long history of domestic violence, assault on women.
Bar fights.
You can pull it all up. His
ask,
age.
Any of you guys ever met the incest guy? Or excuse me, I'm sorry, not met. Was the incest guy ever brought up in conversation?
Not in conversation, but I met him.
Oh, you did? I never did, Sierra.
Yeah. He came around the corner. Yeah, recently.
The
last time.
Was that when he visited you, or vice versa?
Vice versa.
And you did? Oh, I didn't know that. Was that before you knew, or how'd that go? Tell us about that.
No, I knew. I was outside having a smoke, and Lolo went running behind the pool, and then when I turned the corner to put my cigarette out to lean against the fence next to the pool to put my cigarette out, he came around the corner and he was like, "Boo," and I was like, "Ugh." Hi.
What? Hey, white boy, have you seen those videos of his? Is it his brother?
Yeah.
With the daughter. Have you seen the videos?
So I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen them, and from my thing, I'm just like, well, if that's my view's always been like, it's not him, right? But then but until I learned like the guy is living there, and then I learned it's incest. So it's like, that's weird.
In the video, I proved it. In the video I sent you, I proved that they live together.
It's grape. It's incest grape, correct? Just so I don't get anything wrong.
Well, yeah, she was under 18, so it was both.
She couldn't consent. Yeah, she didn't have the maturity, the emotional maturity of her frontal lobe to consent to what was going on.
I have the court case papers too, where if Dolly didn't care about the daughter, the whole family more or less let her just flounder. I have the court case papers on that too, and I sent you a video I made that shows his record too of all his domestic violence.
Where'd you send it at, Constance? Where'd you send it to me?
You in it. I tag you in it. I can send it to your email. Yeah,
that'd be great if you could. I appreciate it.
Yeah, don't forget that he made Dolly hoodies of when all these girls were coming out. He said, "Man, I'm gonna start making hoodies." So he made Dolly victim number 1, Dolly victim number 2, and he was selling the hoodies for.
Yeah, remember that, man.
That's PJ's idea. That was PJ's idea.
It's hard to try to. I've been trying to do this and get the people like who I have on panel and stuff and go from the beginning. but there's been so many shenanigans with this guy. It's not that easy. I've forgotten a lot of stuff, guys. You know, it really, it's hard, you know, but I'm doing my best. All right, who jumped down? Who we got here? We got
I'm gonna jump down. That's all I want to tell you.
All right, Constance, thank you.
But can I say this, you guys? I don't feel like I was done bad. This is the thing. I mean, yeah, I was excited and I was going up on his panel every night and this kind of thing. And he kept letting me up there. And then I talked to his sister and I said, maybe I'm a little too much. And she said, no, he told me you're nice on the eyes. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but you know, he complimented me or whatever through her.
Are you
And I
talking
was
about
having fun.
Jean? Barbara or
Jeannie,
Jean?
yeah.
Jeannie?
Yeah. Yeah. And we were talking all the way until just about a month ago when I just blurted all this out. And honestly, I did do it because my conviction is so strong on the fact that don't say, you know, I mean, it's not about politics and I'm not trying to get into it, but he didn't just sort of make fun of the protesters in Minnesota. And I've lived in St. Paul. I've been there. I lived there for a year when I was 20. So it was eons ago. But he was really picking on him in every single way. And I just couldn't stand it. And I was like, and of course, I'm not for ICE. I'm a Democrat. It's pretty obvious. But I was just like, fuck this. You know, and so I blurted it out finally. But this is the thing that when he said to me 2 months later, he started going out with her, PJ, in December. Her number is December 5, right, Sierra? I met him by him reaching out to me 2 months later. It was the end of March. So he was with her two months. She thought it was all serious at that point. Apparently it wasn't. It didn't get serious, I was told by someone that used to be very close to me, until his brother passed away. And then, you know, it was, come on, get up, put the shades up, stop being depressed. You got to keep moving on. And then she got into all his business and everything. And now they're where they're at today. But I could have just totally put the brakes on everything, stopped talking to him on Messenger in wee hours of the morning, stopped doing the different things I was doing when I heard about PJ. But my feeling was, well, for one, I was being selfish in a way, but also it's like, well, he told me it was on and off. He said it's on and
He left
off.
the door
Now,
open for you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, and people say, well, if she loved herself and he used you and all this, it's not that I'm in denial. I mean, I'm 63 years old. I've been through enough relationships, heartbreaks, betrayals myself. I wanted to be in that kind of situation, not to take over anything, any part of Dolly Vision. Yeah.
There's something that I just gotta say off. I'm listening to everything you're saying, but I have all three of you on panel. I know for Sierra for sure. I know that PJ Vision is taking shots at her and emails and all the jealousy. And I know on your stuff that I was playing, Paper Latina, that it seems as like PJ was saying, don't come to Tennessee and this and that, and don't do this. It's almost like, and also I know from the Wells family, I know from Dolly wanted an interview with Don and Candace Wells, but guess who does the communication? PJ asked Don and Candace if they could have an interview. And I was very involved with telling them, no, don't give them anything. Tell them to suck it. And then what happens is, like, she's always trying to dictate. I'm trying to figure out, like, is Dolly that much of a coward or is she just that controlling? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't send my wife to. Is that what it is?
She wears the pants in the family. I don't care what anyone says. It's absolutely the way it is. Yep.
definitely seems that way. Avery, I don't know.
And he's scared to put his foot down. Like she's emasculated him in a way.
It's yeah, no, I definitely can see that. And I don't know, Avery, with everything that happened to you, and I know you got we kind of stopped in the middle, but what was it with you? Was it Dolly or was it her?
Oh, I don't even know who she is. That's
Oh,
how
you
long
never
I've
had
been.
contact with her?
That's how long I've been gone from his channel.
Gotcha.
I don't know who she is at all.
Got it.
Yeah, it was just for me. It was all the threats that he made on my child, and then paying that rapper J guy to hack my child's Xbox and threaten him there. And then, of course, he kept saying he was going to show up in Alabama, and he showed up right in front of my house. And that was when I had enough and went to the sheriff's department.
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks.
Somebody just said a good question I wanted to ask. The situation with the kid. Can we get confirmation? Did she leave the kids to go move in with a man?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Oh.
Allegedly. Well, towards after the heart attack, I think Jimmy was making an effort to make it more of a home because she was obviously conflicted about her time spent with Jimmy and also being a single mother, divorced single mother. So I think he said, well, babe, I will make her a room here. And I did the accent and everything. Okay. Make her a room. And he made her a room there, but she's only there like sometimes. They'll say on live that she's there or whatever, but I don't think she feels comfortable there because she's hardly ever there.
It's safe to just call it, yeah, she's just packing the soap right now, right? At this point, right? Safe to say that's the title? Soap packer? Or
yeah, soap packer, producer, PR person, lawyer, private investigator,
Mailer.
That reminds me, you said packing the soap. I heard that he had a relationship with Ernie, and Ernie was essentially packing his soap. Is that a true thing, or is that not?
No.
I don't know. I don't know about him and Ernie. I heard about him and Plush
No,
and
they've
Pearl.
never even met. Avery.
Oh,
They've
okay,
never
okay.
even met.
I figured it was a rumor. Technically, that's packing the pooter, but I mean, I figured I'd ask.
Not packing
Yeah.
the. Come on, Avery.
Yeah, and I know they haven't met because it got brought up when Ernie was up on Dolly Visions, like I don't know what, 6 months ago or whatever, and he said, I was the one with the mask on, all dressed up like a real old man, and I walked right by you, Jimmy, and he was like, "Whoa, that was you," and yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
was at one of the memorials.
You never know with what you hear on YouTube. You never know if it's true or not. I just, just curious.
That's why I'm asking you. I'm just trying to, throw everything at you guys while I have all you up here. But I don't know. Chat, what do you guys got for these ladies? Dolly is weak. Do you have any questions for any of these ladies?
And he would not listen. He would not fight because my ex-husband, my son's father, finally drove there to his house because it got just that bad with my son, and he would not.
He won't fight my brother either.
He would not come out.
I remember hearing about that. Now that you say something,
yeah,
yep. He was talking all tough too, and absolutely.
Yeah, but once he got there, because I mean, what else are you supposed to do, like as a man? And this, you have this other man who's putting your son's face in coffins and saying he's going to be the next Summer Wells and sleep with one eye open. These are like real, genuine threats. I don't know what else you can do except for, man to man is drive over there, but he would not come out.
with the internet's frustrating. It's not like how most of us grew up. People. Yeah, it's crazy. And you brought up something. Just you saying Summer Wells. I just want to repeat this on the live in case anybody in the bushes or new to the chat. Recently, Dolly has said that he does true crime for fun, and
Yeah.
it's catchy, so you have to exaggerate on the titles and the thumbnails. That needs to be said and repeated because this guy is the master clickbaiter. He's always doing like breaking updates on Sebastian Rogers and new information in Summer Wells. That's all fake. It's all BS just to get you in the chat. There is.
Have you seen all the other YouTube channels he tried before he went to true crime?
Yeah. I spoke
Like
about that last live. Yeah, he was
Dr. Cultivator.
yeah. I spoke about that.
Gosh.
Yeah, we did that last live.
Okay.
But, yep, absolutely. I've been on his ass, and we're gonna continue it. I don't know why he thought he would copyright strike this channel. It's the worst thing that he could have done. But we're gonna stay on his ass. People, everybody out there at White Boy Lockdown Radio at Yahoo, hit me up on Twitter. Don't hack me, but hit me up on Twitter. And yeah, we'll keep this thing going, man. For sure. We covered a lot tonight. We covered a lot last live, but I am all over the place on this thing. There's so much more to cover, and I'm just gonna continue to do it. That's just what it is.
Can I say one thing?
Go
Can
for
I say
it.
one
You
thing?
guys have the mic. Sure.
I don't, and I'm not saying this so, Jeannie will give me a call or anything. I'm really not. Because, I haven't cried over my mom or my sister in a while. And I was crying the other day because I really miss Jeannie. She's so easy to talk to. She's the only person that's ever invited me on a cruise. She genuinely likes me. We've never even met. And it's just really cool. And she's completely, utterly done with me. And I understand why, but I kind of don't either.
Is this like an ex-mod of his or something? Because I'm
No, this is his sister. But what I wanted to
okay.
Yeah, because she was really supportive and like, keep your chin up and ignore the trash and all this, because I wasn't going to have a channel. Team Rose told me to have a channel, but I waited. But I want to say, I don't hate Jimmy, and and I knew what I was getting myself into, because I evenly jokingly said when he brought up the PJ thing after 2 months, but I was so falling for him and just enjoying my time and all this, that I was like, oh, I'll kind of be your mistress. I literally said that. And I don't even usually talk or feel that way, and so, I guess it's like people were saying that I flew down there uninvited. That's false. I wanted to go to Summer Wells Memorial. That got canceled. Then his birthday got canceled in October, and I had a ticket, that was $711 that I paid for with my trust fund, and I was going. And I knew he'd make a way to at least shake my hand, like literally. I maybe give me a kiss on the cheek. I never ever thought he would want to take the time to come and see me 3 different times. And that's why I say it was really sort of a magical and the best summer I ever had. But he knew I was coming. I was talking to him before I flew and while I was, going to get on the plane, and I was petrified and this and that and the other thing. So
Tina, let me say this real fast.
I have fond memories, White Boy. I have fond memories of Dolly Vision. I don't feel all hurt by him. I think he's changing a little bit. He's saying he loves, PJ more online now. And if he's happy with her, I truly am happy for him. I don't hate the guy, and I want people to know that.
Well, let me ask you this, right? Just to bounce back off that. Like when, I'm not here to judge anybody, you know what I mean? I respect people for coming up here and sharing so much personal details and stuff like that. So no judgment my way, right? And Sarah can attest to this. But like when you say like you were cool being the mistress and stuff, right? That's fine. Everybody's an adult. In a normal thing, like wouldn't it just go down like that? Like he should be cool with it too. Why all the personal attacks and gaslighting? And why all that? And instead of just being the mistress, aka side piece, whatever, and just letting it flow like that. You know what I mean? It's just like it's weird. Listen, I've been somebody in the past who's had, you know, who's had other women and stuff like that, right? But what I can't understand is like I would never. It would just be that. It would just be like I would never want any like attention on the fact of that, right? I would not attack the person who I was creeping around with, if that makes sense. So it's I guess for myself in the audience, like you're not upset about any of that.
What this is a thing. The reason he has tried to keep it all in and not tell anyone is, and Sierra and I have discussed this. You know, she tries to, PJ, come across as this altogether mentally fit woman. She's not. I'm just going to say it. She's not. I've watched her lives.
Agree.
I right, you know, and so Sierra and I, we were genuinely concerned for his safety. And I mean, you know how they say there's a little bit of truth in the lies or a little bit of lies in the truth. Well, he's constantly saying, or used to, oh, PJ's going to stab me in the neck. PJ's going to, you know, and she has a pew pew and she knows how to use it and this and that. She made it clear to him through somebody, and I'll never ever say, that if he cheats on her, she will ruin him. She will ruin him. And what that means, Sierra and I were still trying to figure it out. But this is the thing. She knows fully well he's been with me. She thought this before because she told somebody. But then she's like, no way. She's delusional. And it just makes her look bad, right? For staying with someone that is a player. Cheater, player, whatever. And but she knows, and like I've said before, she could literally walk in on him in bed with someone and she probably won't leave him because she needs him now at this point for her to feel valued, validated in her life. It's not even just about money, you know, and that's the way it goes. He's I don't want to say trapped, but unless he really wants to marry her, he's trapped.
Right.
Yep.
I will say it.
Can you ladies please just do me one favor? Can all three of you just show the tiara that you bought from PJ's merch? I know you guys got the tiara.
Oh, yeah, of course I got a
I
tiara.
certainly don't.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know what a PJ is.
Some tiara that's overpriced and it's ridiculous. I don't know why someone who's an adult would sell. It's like, you know, when you go to Burger King, those things that they have.
Yeah.
All these things for like $49.99, you know, with a turtle on it or some turtle shit. I don't know. It's out of control. The grift is real.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Says
I don't
did he
understand.
ever buy you? Oh, I don't know if that's to me or not, Avery. It says, did he ever buy you flowers or gifts? But I will tell you,
not me.
He ordered pizza and soda and things like that when I was low on food, clear from Virginia, and had it delivered. And I didn't know. I didn't know PJ was in the picture then. I'm telling you, I didn't. And I was like, I came up on stream and I, not just over that, but his kindness, and he gave me $100 for my birthday. I didn't even know how to use the Cash App. He had to lie and say he gave me 50 or she would have been really upset. And so, you know, he did do things for me like that. And then I was his co-host, you know, that lasted 3 months. The thing is, I knew I would probably never be co-host again after her even knowing I flew to Virginia, whether she knew I met him or not. I just wanted to be able to be in the chat. And I knew the longer I was away, the turtles would attack me more. And that's exactly what happened. Because on a regular weekly basis, because I would, I'd contact him in Messenger about once a week, not every day, not trying to be a pain in the ass, but I'd be like, Jimmy, how about I just go into chat just during Turtle Island, or can I call in the show? And he's like, no, you made PJ real mad in big letters. And I was like, oh God. So I backed away in January because before that he was saying, give it more time, give it more time. Because this is a thing, you guys. Jimmy really doesn't care if people are talking about his dick, does he, Sierra?
No, he loves it.
Yeah, and Jimmy doesn't care if people think he's been with 5,000 women. He doesn't care.
No, he loves that too.
I don't know. I have a clip from last night, and he kind of looks extremely embarrassed and like a little baby. I'll play it here in a minute. I don't know if I can screen share with
he's showing his poker face because he doesn't want PJ to think untowards of him.
Yeah, I mean, this is, when you watch him doing Jimmy Jams and stuff, like I've seen some of his lives, that was him. He likes that kind of free life. He likes to talk to the trolls in his chat. He likes to, whatever it is.
So I played your live, and you were talking about PJ was dating a YouTuber going back like 4 or 5 years. You were talking about like this is not the first YouTuber that she dated. Are you talking about Unirock?
No. It's what is it? It's that sort of Indian Afghanistan name.
Amari King.
Omri.
Omri
Yes.
King.
Omri King. Yeah.
What kind of content does he do?
Comedy.
I don't know.
Like
the only is it that the dude on the Flagrant podcast?
Probably so. He's very like manosphere, like
the Indian dude.
No, he's not an Indian. He's like a white guy, but he has like a weird name. It's like Amiri King, Amiri.
Mm-hmm.
He's like heavy set, beard.
Amari King.
Really blunt with his jokes.
Let's see right here. So,
and I believe he was married.
Went viral on TikTok during the pandemic.
Married, yeah.
Yeah, he's married. Yeah.
Okay, 7,000 subs. I got him right now. We got him. Here it is, right here. Okay, let's do this. We gotta do it like this.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna go down because these are things I don't really know about. But watch the videos that I sent to Noelle.
Yes, I will, Avery. I appreciate you coming up, and
okay.
Things got nuts when I dropped the link. I appreciate
That's
you.
Okay.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Avery.
Tina,
yeah, it was nice talking with you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Mama. Avery's cool, y'all. Okay, Tina dropped 2, I think. Is that Tina? Did she drop as well?
No.
Do you want me to drop?
No. You're good. I'm gonna play this real fast. I found the comedian, guys. Give me 2 seconds here so I can share it. So he has like he is white, but it doesn't sound like he's white when you say that name. But regardless, I found him. So let's do this. Let's share screen and let's have a look-see, shall we? A little bit of a look-see.
A look-see. So funny.
He's hilarious.
Coming from a big man that used to be in prison or jail or wherever. Look-see. That's funny.
All right, can you guys see this? It's still on Twitter. Weird. Oh, that's who has loaded. Hold on here. Okay. All right, let me do this. Wait, so stop, and then boom, boom, and
TT.
then boom. What the freak?
There's something that fucks me up.
Oh, there it
And
goes.
shit
Okay.
alpha males talk about. Yeah, man. Last deer season, I killed me a fucking 8-point buck. Really, motherfucker?
That's him.
Did it return fire? Was it wearing camouflage? Kevlar? No, Emery, man, you don't fucking understand, man. I hunt to provide for my family. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Walmart's 3 miles that way.
Sleuths in the house. Can we get 8? We need Mr. King on the next expose. If y'all can make this happen, man, somebody will hack my Twitter again. If you can make this happen, somebody may hack my Twitter again. Let's get this guy on. Let's hear his story.
That's funny.
That's what I want to happen. We're going all in on this expose, people. So I dropped the link in chat, guys, if you want to check him out. He's got, just so you know, you're on the right page. He's got like 6.7 thousand, just under 7,000 subs. When you said Amari King, Sarah, there's a guy on the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz, whatever his name is, who that guy is super famous, and he has got a similar name, but it's definitely not him. Yeah,
Right.
I'll have to check this guy out. So she was his mod. Now, Paper Katina, did he make a short? You said.
The only little short that I saw, he said something, and then he said, "I love PJ." That's what he said.
Yeah, you gotta type in his name
Man,
with
fuck you,
PJ,
Okay,
and it should pop up. It's on hers.
He's younger in this one than the one I saw by at least a good 5 years or so.
Let's have a look. See at his profile here. Get out of here.
He's hungry again.
Is he?
It shouldn't even be ready. You should be ready for the bottle.
So he's got this channel will be my new stomping grounds for live streaming. Also, previous and upcoming content. Please like and subscribe. Blah blah blah.
Is he still doing content? He has recent stuff. 8 months ago.
Yeah, I went on his live chat one time. He was playing Fortnite.
Recent?
Yeah, he was live.
Yeah,
it looks like
about 6 months ago.
3 months ago, and he's been active 3 months ago. So yeah, so 1 year, 10 months. Yeah, I'll have to look into this. This is just figuring out on live, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is interesting. I'll definitely look it out. I listen. I'll reach out to him. I definitely will because I got to get this info out. But all right. So what else? What did we miss? I'm gonna wrap this one up.
All right, I got another thing to say,
Okay.
of course, that I just thought of. What bothered me, I think, the most, well, first I was all tickled pink because I get back and he's like, "Yeah, can you come back in 2 weeks?" And I thought, wow, okay, he had that much fun with me. I did with him. That's pretty cool. We're gonna keep this all quiet. And of course, Destiny Rose opened her big mouth, and I say it like that because she offered me money to go and she had a settlement coming and this and that. And then the next thing I know, I'm on Bomalicious, parts coming out like this. And so anyway, it comes out not by close friends like Maria G, who did pay for my housing over there, right? My motel, but I did pay for my plane ticket. And the thing is, when he got too nervous and wanted to stop doing the messenger stuff, and this is over a year later. This is why when Sierra says she just saw him this past summer, she did. And when I say that he and I stayed in touch pretty dang often on Messenger for over a year, we did. It wasn't some quick little whatever. So I did. I was falling in love with the guy. He was different. He was a little bit younger than me by 12 years, whatever. And so anyway, he said, like with Sierra, that's why when you told me you had a burner phone number, I was like, I didn't even tell you right away. You might have noticed in
Mm-mm.
Messenger. He did the
No,
same
you
thing
didn't.
with me. So I
Yep.
called him. No, I said, well, when are we going to talk? And he said, whenever you want, anytime. So anyway, we just chit chatted a little because I have a flip phone. So that bummed him out that we couldn't do the video thing, whatever. So we're on my little flip phone. I just said hi, and we were just texting back and forth. It's just a little darn flip phone. So I don't know
He
if
always
it's
does it on
because
Facebook. He always that's where it always starts at. And for anybody who doesn't
yeah, but
know
I'm
this,
on my little flip phone with this burner phone
I played
number,
Sierra's
and
receipts years ago. There's a whole live where I played Sierra's receipts where she's got her Facebook messages. And also, I got to ask you this real fast because I've asked Sierra, did you know about Gina Diamond?
I heard about that through the grapevine, and her pictures were very beautiful back then, and it wouldn't surprise me now how far they went or how involved they got. I have no clue. I had no clue that he kind of liked Mel. I didn't know. It makes sense now why she wanted me to hop down all the time, and Mel from the UK. But what I wanted to say about the burner phone is I used it one other time after we just texted. Okay, and this was when was this? A year after I got back from seeing him, which was it was a year and a half ago. And it was in regards to the Christmas stuff for a kid. And he didn't answer. And this is what I thought. Okay, I'm old enough to know that this just isn't going to even work talking on a burner phone, because if I'm contacting him about money to buy something on the wish list for a boy and he isn't getting back to me, what am I going to be, like a little 13-year-old? And it's 3 or 3:30 in the morning, I'm going to hit up Jimmy, right? That was the absolute last time, and I got rid of his number. So I easily could have been all desperate acting. I mean, think about it, Sierra. I could have been like, I'll try him again in a month, or I'll try him in 6 months. No, it's stupid. So he wanted.
Did he ever hit you up for any money?
No. I sent him $100 money order once, and he wanted to send it back to me. And that's because it was sitting there for a while, and he didn't even use money orders. And I guess PJ was really pretty pissed and said to him, you don't send money back. Why do you have to send her money back? It's like everything. I mean, yeah, I was over the top flirtatious, but you guys, I thought he was damn single. I wouldn't say, oh, Jimmy, you can rescue me from the pond, or there's snakes in the thing down there at Summer Wells. If I had known he had a girlfriend, I didn't know. I did not know. I really didn't. I didn't. Now then I did, and I was like, fuck it, it's too late. And I know that's a selfish attitude to have, but he basically had 2 girlfriends at the same time, one online, one in person. He did. Yeah.
Yep.
And working on the next one, and the Facebook Messenger was probably full.
I
don't know.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't doubt he isn't seeing someone now. I wouldn't doubt it at all. And I think that it streams to 2 things. His father was never in his life, right? Now he's passed away. So there wasn't a man in his life to kind of tell him and show him and whatever, right? How to treat a woman. He just does what he wants. And then the other is his band days. I mean, getting drunk and screaming up on the, I've seen his concerts and stuff, not in person like Sierra, but that's what he is. So if in his older age now and after a heart attack and stuff, she can pin him down, because to me it looks like she's been trying to pin him down, PJ, for years. God bless her, I guess, but she's not going to be a happy woman. I don't think
That's
so.
a train wreck waiting to happen all day, and anybody with a brain can see that's coming a million miles an hour. Train wreck waiting to happen.
So PJ will be up here telling it all before it's said and done.
Yeah, you're right about that. PJ, whenever you're ready, come on up. I'll give you the link. Absolutely. All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump off this thing, man.
Okay.
I guess we'll have to pick it up from here. I learned a lot tonight. I didn't know a lot of the stuff that a lot of you guys said on panel, but I also realized that I forgot about a lot of stuff. Who was that lady? Real fast, so I remember. Well, Constance Sue came up and said something about a Ryan Upchurch concert and an allegation.
Yeah.
Who
Frida
was that?
B. Frida B.
I
Yeah.
want to, and also, what's the? Now I have receipts on this, and you guys might know this mod. Babe, do you remember that one time I sent you that screenshot of that lady who was telling me that he charges money to be a moderator? What was that woman's name?
Oh, $100 to be a mod.
What was it? His ex.
He wasn't like that before. I mean, if he's like that now.
I don't know. I have to. This lady gave me a lot of information back in the day, and I just didn't cover it. But I still have the information. But I had, and then I had another mod read. So I guess he sells wrenches, is what the thing is. But I need receipts on it to present it to the internet. We can talk shit and all that, but I like to put the factual information out there. So I will look into it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna jump off, y'all. It's been a minute. I've been on here. I don't usually go over 2 hours. This is a
yeah. Well, Sierra and I think we both feel the same way about the Frida B thing, but we won't get into it. I don't think you should get all drunk and stoned and walk into a motel with any man if you don't think you're gonna at least be kissed. I mean, come on already. We're not kindergartners.
You have to give me the tea on that one, Sierra.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to look into it as well.
Excuse for any man to be overpowering a woman. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's not an excuse. We're not going to talk about that.
I don't want to disclaim any credits when it comes like that to that extreme. I don't know the situation, so I'll look into it though.
Well, I heard she really liked him, and she was mad that he wasn't interested in her in more of a certain point, and so she was gonna call RAPE, but
it's not Missa. No, I don't remember the mod's name. Somebody with blonde hair. I have the receipt. I'll grab it. I'll do it the next live. Hit one of his mods.
Saint Mo.
That's exactly who it was. That's exactly who it was. Damn, you're on the balls here. So she reached out to me and wrote me a whole long text a couple of years back. And it's not that I dismissed it. I just didn't know if she was in her feelings about maybe the wrench getting taken or whatever. It's not that I didn't believe her. I just, it's not really like going live and reporting on it. But, throughout the years since then, I had the same stuff being told to me in different stories. And if I have something, I don't delete it. I kept it, and I'm going to put them all together and present it on the next live. But yeah, how'd you know it was St. Mo? That's exactly who it was.
Yeah.
But they were
around.
telling me, yeah, man, absolutely. But yeah, let me jump off here, ladies.
All right, I'm gonna drop down.
All right. I appreciate it, Sarah. Hey, I'll get a hold of you, all right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Do I call you Matt or do I call you white boy? Or do you care?
Matt, white boy, whatever. It's all good. All right, guys, this was a hike one. I don't go live. I don't go live this long. Man, I hope y'all learned something. I know you did. Even if it's just some gossip, whatever, right? This should show you some patterns, and this should show you the moral of this live, man. If the dude cannot be real to his lady, vice versa, he is not going to be real to you. That's fraudulent. It's fake. I'm literally bringing human receipts here, human receipts on the panel, so the people in the bushes, because I got over 1,000 watching almost the whole live. You don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at these ladies. Get mad at yourself for not answering the question, asking the questions. Get mad at yourself for believing these smears. And you should put people in the bushes. You should tell Dolly, why doesn't he call Betty a psycho, delusional, crazy? He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. It's only people who he thinks that he can send his little cult at and push down, right? But I'm here to give all them the microphone, and we're going to continue it, man. Especially because he attacked the channel. His Fifi's got hurt, and especially because somebody hacked my Twitter and put the micro penis everywhere. We have to keep the awareness campaign going, people. All right, man, I'm out of here. I'm losing my voice. It's a good show. I got to go put all the links in and all that. And I got a lot of research to do, man. A lot of research. So stay tuned. Leave some comments real fast. I appreciate it. Thank you, mods, for holding it down, all y'all. Constance, I got some research to do, big time. I thank you for letting me know. But I'm gonna jump out for now, y'all. I'm getting butt mouth and everything else. Until the next one, much love, white boy. I'm out. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at White Boy Radio Clips, and in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.